Hi there, welcome to Floating in Dreams. This is my top 10 favorite luxury lipsticks. Welcome to everybody watching today. Thank you so very much for joining me. As part of Luxury Week here on the channel, I thought we could also talk about my top 10 favorite lip products. I'm not currently wearing any lip products on my lips because I've got a massive cold sore, if you can't tell. And the reason why I'm filming a lot of my videos in one go today is because I feel like I'm coming down with either a massive cold or some sort of flu. And I was like, if I film everything right now as I'm still feeling semi-okay and energetic, I can get them just done and then I'll have all the content ready to go for the rest of the week, and then I can just have everything ready to post. But yeah, with a cold sore, I never ever wear lipstick, and I've also avoided applying any sort of like foundation too close to it because it's highly contagious, so that's why I don't want to like reinfect myself like further down the line. That's happened to me once or twice with a lip balm or so. But yeah, so no lipstick on my lips today, but I am going to be chatting to you about lipstick. I'm going to say this in every single video that I'm doing this week, so if this sounds like a broken record, I do apologize. But when it comes to luxury makeup, I tend to think of luxury makeup not only in terms of how expensive something is, but it's also about the experience of purchasing the product and the experience of using the product. So packaging plays a role in this, but also very often whether these brands have counters. I know by now so many brands have gotten more expensive, but I feel like luxury is like the brands that are like next level. And I don't even own some of the truly more luxurious things that have come out in recent years, like a brand like Westman Atelier. Like, I've seen them at Sephora and I look at the branding and it looks beautiful, but then I swatch the product on the back of my hand and I'm like, is this truly like worth what, 70 euros? Or some of the other brands that have just gone sky high and through the roof. I've just decided not to buy into this. So these are just things that I already owned. These are the things in my collection that I feel work in that luxury category for sure. But yeah, know that it's for me not just about price point. It's about a little bit more than that. When it comes to a luxurious makeup brand that I feel does lipstick really well, we of course need to talk about Lisa Eldridge. This top 10 contains my 3 favorite shades by the brand. So if you were looking for a recommendation of where to start, if you were to look into buying the Lisa Eldridge lipsticks, then this can be a little bit of a start here. I do prefer her Velvet Mattes, or True Velvets, that's what they're called. The True Velvet lipstick range is my favorite, and I have one shade here of the Insanely Saturated, but I feel that formula-wise, that's really close to the True Velvet, so I feel it's pretty similar. The Luxuriously Lucents I also enjoy, but they're a little bit more sheer. I tend to reach for the True Velvets more. I just feel there are other formulas on the market that if I want to go for something that's a little bit more shiny and a little bit more creamy feeling, I would go for other brands. I'm thinking of like Revlon or, you know, there are just other brands that I prefer for the more like creamy, satiny sort of finishes. I've tried all of her liquid lipsticks. I've tried some of the lip balms. I've tried the refillable lipsticks. And those are all really good. I've tried, I think, every single lip product that Lisa Eldridge does. The only thing I truly didn't love were the glosses. Those felt really drying on my lips for some reason. Maybe I'm just the odd person out here. But yeah, the Bullet lipsticks is still where it's at for me. I have the entire collection. I also have some shades that were discontinued, but as you can tell from one of these lipsticks, I love these, and I'm going to be repurchasing one of these really soon because I'm almost out. So that tells you a little bit about how much I love these. Is Lisa Eldridge a luxury makeup brand? I feel that they are. This packaging is just insane. Like, it's got really nice gold packaging. You have her logo here. It's magnetized. What I do have to say about this, though, is that the magnets on these are really strong, and if you don't have good organizers for these, they can push themselves apart if the magnets do not line up. And if you have a bunch of these, that's gonna happen. So And they can be a little bit fragile. I did have one or two of them break on me over the years. But here's what's left of my Velvet Muse. This is everything. I'm actually struggling to apply it because I tend to apply my lipstick and then it's sort of like you get that slant that you see. But now when I like use it, I can't like twist it up all the way because if I twist it up any further, it might break off. So I've now been working on flattening that tube. And then I'm going to have to like dig into it in another way for some reason. So yeah, Velvet Muse, very close to being done. I'm going to need a backup. I'm going to need a backup of this before the end of the year because that's just going to be a very, like I cannot be out of that lipstick. Like I don't often use up lipstick. Like it doesn't happen that often. And for me to have almost used it up, yes. Because I have plenty of lipsticks. And the other true velvet that I wanted to share with you is, of course, my favorite red, Velvet Ribbon. I could have shared Jazz with you, Duchess. I love, I always mix up Miss and Midnight, which is the purpley one and which is the red one. But there are so many great reds in this range. So whatever floats your boat, if you like a more orange toned red or a blue toned red or a more classic red, it's got everything. Ribbon is a really bright, heavily blue-toned red. This is the brightest red I own. So if you don't like something that's super bright, like this is close to being neon. And that's why I like it. It works really well with my blonde hair and my complexion. I have videos up where I test out the entire Lisa Eldridge lipstick range on my lips, so I will be linking that down below so you can have a look at that and you can see what all these shades look like. I'm a little impaired today when it comes to swatching, so that's why I don't want to like dirty my perfectly fine makeup with, like if I'm ill or if I'm like coming down with something, I don't like to do too many swatches because you can actually like contaminate things that way, so I try to stay away from things that way. And then, of course, the Insanely Saturated in Skyscraper Rose. This is a really beautiful, super bright pink, but it's got a little bit of depth to it. Like, there's a level of... Like, a lot of bright pinks are just this blue-toned hot pink, and that's that. But this has a magenta quality to it, I would call it, that makes it a little bit deeper. This will be beautiful if you have deep skin as well. And I love this in like the winter time. I love these like bright berry tones for the winter. I call them my winter berry shades. I love that sort of lipstick. Maybe once this has healed sometime in November, I can do a lipstick with like a lipstick video swatching some of my favorite like wintry, fall, brighter shades, because I feel like we always go for like deep things. I already did a Vampy lipstick video a couple of weeks ago, but yeah, something like this I would definitely put in my Vampy lipstick video or my like winter berry or bright shades for a winter video. So let me know if that's something you would like to see. Speaking of really good reds, Charlotte Tilbury's Red Carpet Red, really beautiful as well. This is a little bit deeper than Lisa Eldridge's Velvet Ribbon. That's why this still exists in my life. I still think Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks, formula-wise, are some of the best ones. I do prefer the Matte Revolution ones, though. I had a look at Pillow Talk Fair, and apparently that's one of her Kissing lipsticks, which is the creamy formula. I was like, I thought that was a matte one. Why do you make Pillow Talk Fair and regular Pillow Talk comes in a matte formula? Why does the light one for fair skin have to be the creamy formula? Because that one wasn't my favorite. I've tried it in several shades and it's just something that I don't like. So I don't know whether I would want to buy that lipstick. Because that was low-key still on the wish list because I want to see if that does work for me. I did have so many Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks. Ever since discovering Lisa Eldridge, I decluttered a lot of them. I only still have 3 of my shades because I wasn't reaching for them. I still don't reach for this a lot anymore. The only reason why my Velvet Ribbon from Lisa Eldridge isn't further down like Velvet Muses, because I got them around the same time, is because my Velvet Ribbon broke when I swatched it for a video. So that's why I have to be very careful with those, but I repurchased it straight away because I was like, I cannot be without this lipstick. but that's why my Charlotte Tilbury ones don't get worn as often anymore, because I've just found something similar in a different brand that I like better. But I still really rate this formula really highly. I think they're really good. The bullet of this is so easy to apply. Like, that square of bullet really makes it easy to get into your Cupid's bow and to make that work really, really well. So that's why I still rate my Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks really, really highly. It's just shade range wise, it doesn't always work for me. A lot of the shades I had were far too orange on me. Everything turned peach with Charlotte Tilbury for me. So that's why I only have a couple of bits left in my life. I can say the same thing about Dior. I love Dior. They do beautiful lipsticks. But again, like with Charlotte Tilbury, I still prefer my Lisa Eldridge one the most. From Dior, the one thing I have that has been a standout for me in my makeup collection is their lip oil. This is the Lip Glow Lip Oil in Pink Glow. I do have a dupe for it from Catrice, but I think the dupe has been discontinued, so I'm not sure if that's still around. But this is beautiful. I really, really enjoy this lip oil. As far as lip oils go, I think you do not really need to spend this amount of money to find a good lip oil. You know what I mean? Then again, it's beautiful. It's luxurious. I feel like this product also got the lip oil train rolling. I really feel that because Dior, like, this became famous and went viral, every brand started to do lip tints. That's just how I feel. Or lip oils, I should say, not lip tints. So yeah, this is beautiful. It's just a sheer layer. I wear these most often in the wintertime when my lips feel very dry. And I really like it. It's just, again, something I have just found other versions of that I like just as much or even slightly better that are cheaper than this. But it is a beautiful product and I do still rate it. There's a reason why it's still in my collection. Another sort of winter berry kind of shade in this beautiful tube. Let's take a minute for the packaging. See, this is what I mean with luxury makeup, you guys. I'm not sure if the camera is doing this thing justice. This is by Gucci. It's their satin formula in Love Before Breakfast. I did a video a couple of years ago swatching out all of my Gucci lipsticks, which have also decluttered and condensed down over time. But here you can actually start to see the wear on this bullet here. And this is a really beautiful, again, very similar to Skyscraper Rose by Lisa Eldridge. This is a little bit brighter and it just works so well. More brands are doing shades like this nowadays, I feel. It used to be luxury brands only, but I just recently tried some Kiko that I feel is pretty similar to this. This is also a satin formula, so this is quite creamy, has a bit of shine to it, but this is my favorite formula from Gucci, actually. I still kept one of each of the different formulas I have, I believe. But this one, this is just my standout shade. I like my other Gucci lipsticks as well. These are bougie, they are heavy, they also have a hefty price point. I definitely, when I decided, like, okay, I want to do a Gucci lipstick video, it took me like a year and a half to buy all of those different lipsticks. But yeah, what's really good about the Gucci lipsticks as well is that they do really a lot of shades. Every formula comes with heaps of shades, and they have shade names that are similar in each of the different ranges. What you need to be careful of, though, I have two that are called Peggy Taupe, but in the one formula, it's a completely different shade compared to the other formula. So even though the shade name may be the same, if you're just buying online, because some of the shades are difficult to find in store, I know that from experience, don't just go by the shade name. Definitely try to see if you can test them out and find a store that carries the entire line, because don't make the same mistake I did. They're still beautiful shades. I still have both of my Peggy Taupes because they are beautiful. But yeah, the satin lipstick from Gucci I think is outstanding, but these are pricey for what they are. The Lisa Eldridge lipsticks have gone up in price ever since I started buying them, but I do still feel that those are worth it, you could say, a little bit more so than the Gucci, which have also gone up in price ever since I started buying them. A complete surprise to me, this brand actually blindsided me completely last year when they came out with their, what are these called again? These are the Love Shine lipsticks by YSL. I mean, YSL packaging hasn't changed a lot over the years, but it's still beautiful. It still catches my attention to have this silver or gold tube with the shade being represented with the logo in the middle. There's just something about it. This was a campaign that they did with Dua Lipa, and that I was a bit indifferent about it. I saw it on socials. I was pushed some ads. And I was like, looks okay, until I spotted these in store. I was in Germany. I walked into Douglas. I saw the display, and I started swatching. And I bought shade. I didn't get it until later, though. This is shade 203, which I believe is also called Mauve something. I dislike that YSL actually doesn't put shade names, but only numbers on their lipsticks. That's the thing. They also haven't changed in like the past 15 years or so that I've been really wearing makeup. But this shade, 203, in the Love Shine lipstick, it doesn't get any more perfect than this when it comes to having a true warmer, like mauve tone. Like, it's not a super cool tone shade, I do have to say that. I do think they have one that's a little bit lighter, that has more pinky blue to it, that you might like a little bit better if you have a true cool undertone. But this for me is perfect. It's my lips but better. It has a little bit of shine to it. It's beautiful. The wear time is okay for how creamy this is. This is sort of like in between a lipstick and a lip balm for me. So it's different for me compared to the like luxuriously lucents. I only have one of these because none of the other shades truly appeal to me. But I swatched this and I knew it was perfect. So when I came into a gift voucher later that year, I decided to buy it, and I've been wearing it quite a bit. Again, something I tend to wear more so in the wintertime because of the creamy formula. And then I have a little combo as part of my little top 10 here, and this is a little Pat McGrath mini. It's in Divine Rose, and this is beautiful. I hope mine doesn't have any bloom yet, because sadly, that's what happened to a lot of my Pat McGrath lipsticks that I used to own in the past. But this is beautiful. It's more of like a peachy nude, you could say. But I really like this set. It has a beautiful lip liner with it. The lip liner is beautiful as well. But I feel like lip liner you can definitely find at a cheaper price point than luxury. You don't have to go Pat McGrath to find good lip liners. And that's why I've only stuck to this, because I did have some other mini lipsticks from Pat McGrath that got bloom really quickly. And I was like, at this price point, I don't want my lipsticks to turn white within a year of me purchasing them if they are this expensive. So that's why I didn't invest in any more Pat McGrath lipsticks, even though that was another brand I had sort of clocked as, might be interesting to do a video with and like try different shades from the lipstick range. But I'm good with this. Finally, this is a Victoria Beckham lipstick. This was sent to me in PR. This is in the shade Jump. It is the Posh lipstick, and this is beautiful. It's another mauve tone, and if you're looking for another good mauve tone, this is really excellent. It's another sort of my lips but better. This has a little bit more purple though than the YSL one. Like, can I show them to you side by side? So if I show them side by side, you can see the difference. Like, this is a little bit more rosewood leaning, and this just has a little bit more of the purpley, almost grayness compared to this. So it really depends on what I want to go for. I also feel this has more pigmentation, but it's still a very creamy formula. It comes in this very skinny packaging, so you only need to twist it up a little bit in order to be able to apply it, because it might break off otherwise. Like, the lipstick is supported by its packaging, so it won't break off. Really beautiful shade. I do enjoy the Posh lipsticks a lot by Victoria Beckham. I was gifted another 2 shades, but those I didn't wear because they were very similar to other things I already owned. But this I felt was truly unique. I don't have anything that is this sort of like purpley mauve. And until Lisa Eldridge comes out with a shade like it, I think I'm going to be enjoying my YSL and Victoria Beckham shades for sure. And of course Kiko does them, and Catrice has done them as well. So I have those kind of shades in other brands. But yeah, from truly luxurious brands, I feel like these two cannot be beat. And there you have it. Those are my top 10 favorite lipsticks by luxury makeup brands. Let me know in a comment down below what lipsticks you love from luxury makeup brands. To me, luxury lipstick is like the perfect little treat. Like, if I'm like feeling like I want to purchase something new and I want that like quick pick-me-up, there is nothing more than that says treat yourself than a good luxury lipstick. So that's why I do still have some, but because I wear my Lisa Eldridge ones all the time, those are just front and center in my makeup collection, and I tend to wear those the most in terms of lipstick, and my MAC ones. And the rest is sort of like, I need to reach for more often, you could say. But yeah, I still rate a couple of these things really, really highly, and I just really love them too. So I wanted to chat about that with you. Thank you so very much for joining me. I really hope you are enjoying watching all of Luxury Makeup Week, and because I'm certainly enjoying filming these for you guys, and I hope to see you again really, really soon in a new video. Bye-bye.